Hi and welcome to Flutter tutorial. In today's tutorial, we're going to look at bottom tab navigation. Consider the following application where it starts from a splash screen and then goes into the main screen. The main screen here consists of bottom tab navigation, which allow user to move from one screen to the other by selecting buttons at the bottoms here. For example, we move from the Buyers tab to Sellers tab to Profile tab and to a News tab. Each of the tabs here basically load a screen which is in this section here. So there are basically 4 different screens available in this application, and it basically wrap into this one main screen. So the implementation of bottom tab navigation basically through the following codes. So the application starts from splash screen, where it basically load the splash screen, and then after the timer expire, it goes to the main screen class here. The main screen class basically act as a container for other screens where it define all other screens into its interface. So as we can see here, this main screen class is just another stateful class which implement build method. However, there's a difference with the build method here for the body section, where the body section implement an array instead of just a common class widget. So this array here defined through tab children by the following list widgets array. So the list widget array basically consists of other widgets, and it been defined or assigned with children's through the init state method, which is here. And the definition for these tab children define all the screens that access when user click on each of the buttons. So there are 4 screens here: Buyers tab screen, Seller tab screen, Profile tab screen, and News tab screen. And the definition for each of the class here define with their own class. The body for the main screen basically defined through the tab children. The bottom navigation bar is part of the main screen layout, which consists of the bottom navigation bar widget. There are 4 items for the bottom navigation bar, which define through the items parameter: buyer, seller, profile, and also news. The bottom navigation bar also implement on tab action, which call on tab and pass an integer value of the selected items. So the selected items start from 0, 1, 2, 3, which represent each of the buttons that being defined in the item section. Whenever user click on each of the button here, for example, buyer, so this basically indicate item 0, item 1, item 2, and item 3. And the item is being passed to reset the value of the current index, which basically predefined in the state class to 0. So whenever the current index change its value, it basically will change the value that basically available here in the tab children and set the current index for the selected interface. For example, we have current index 0, which basically defined by the buyer tab screen. Current index 1 defined by seller's tab screen. Current index 2 defined by profile tab screen, and current index 3 defined by news tab screen. So the main screen class acts as a container which contain 4 other classes widget. So let's see the first class here, which is buyer tab screen. So the buyer tab screen only consists of a stateful widget class with their own override initState method and also dispose method, and with a widget built only to return the body section. So any changes to the UI will be introduced in this section, in the build method section here. So it goes the same with the rest of the tab. For example, the seller tab screen, which basically for seller. For the profile tab screen, which is for profile. And for the news tab screen, which is for news. So the implementation of bottom navigation will require for the main screen here to define, the main screen class here to define all of its children, which is the body section of the tab. However, do note that bottom navigation only suitable for menu or the root menu, not more than 5 or 6 maybe, if you want to push that. But 5 actually more than enough. Anything more than 5, it is recommended to use a slider type menu, which allow for more item to be placed. So anything that below 5 or 5 main menu is okay to use bottom navigation bar. So I hope that will help you to understand how bottom navigation bar works. And later we're going to work on the application to learn how to load data into each of the tabs in this application. With that, I think that is all. Bye-bye.